Welcome to Lesson 4.1, Why Decision Fatigue Drains Performance. You've already learned how to manage pressure, regulate emotions, and stay composed in high-stakes environments. But here's something most leadership training misses. Even if you feel emotionally steady, your cognitive system has limits. Every decision, no matter how small, draws energy from the same mental reservoir. And when that reservoir is depleted, judgment slips, clarity fades, and performance starts to drift. This isn't a personality issue, this is decision fatigue. In this lesson, we're going to break down how it works, how it shows up, and why managing your mental load is as crucial as managing your calendar or team. Let's start with the reframe. Your brain is not a limitless processor. Just like a battery, it has a finite charge, especially when it comes to making decisions. Neuroscience confirms this. Every choice, from what to wear, to how to respond in a meeting, to how to frame a strategy, burns cognitive energy. That energy doesn't reset instantly. And over the course of a day, mental depletion builds. The more complex or emotionally weighted the decision, the faster the battery drains. Decision fatigue is what happens when your brain starts to lose efficiency because of an accumulated decision load. You're still making choices, but the quality of these choices begins to decline. You become more likely to default to the easy option, delay or avoid decisions, over-rely on precedent, or get emotionally reactive to small, minor issues. And here's what's tricky. You may still appear to be composed on the outside, but your inner decision engine is burning out. Most executives live in what we call a decision loop. You start your day with a full mental battery. Each interaction requires choices, what to prioritize, how to respond, who to delegate to. You add meetings, Slack messages, emails, calendar swaps, people dynamics. You also add emotional decisions like layoffs, trade-offs, reputational risk. So as you add all those up, your battery doesn't last long, especially when you're expected to make decisions fast, high stakes, and continuously. That loop creates invisible cognitive erosion, and most leaders don't notice it until the quality of their leadership starts slipping. Here are some common signs that decision fatigue is active. You feel mentally foggy by early afternoon. You delay decisions that used to be easy. You get unreasonably irritated by minor requests. You default to saying yes just to avoid thinking. You feel resistance toward any task that requires thought. These are not signs of laziness or burnout. They're your brain saying, I'm out of bandwidth, give me a break, or give me structure. Most people assume stress leads to major emotional breakdowns, but for high-functioning leaders, the real danger is drift, not drama. Drift looks like small declines in clarity, less strategic output, more autopilot decisions, avoiding complexity. You're not falling apart, you're just operating below your capacity. And the scary part is, your team might not even notice it right away. But over time, they start making decisions that mirror your drift, and organizational quality erodes quietly. If decision fatigue becomes chronic, here's what starts to happen. You lose your strategic edge, opting for speed over thought. You become more reactive, solving today's fire, not the system. You tolerate misalignment because resolution feels like too much effort. You start postponing hard conversations, not because you fear them, but because your system is just overloaded. That's how sharp leaders begin to erode without realizing it. Not because they stop caring, but because they stop managing mental energy like a critical resource. Here's the good news. Decision energy is renewable, but it requires structure and not willpower. In the rest of this module, you'll learn how to reduce cognitive overload without slowing down, protect decision quality across your day, install buffer zones that reset your clarity between choices, build shutdown routines that restore executive function overnight. And the result of all these, more mental margin, fewer poor decisions, longer lasting leadership effectiveness. So let's take a second to reflect. What type of decisions drain you most? People, strategy, trade-offs? When in your day does your clarity start to drop? How do you currently restore decision quality? Or do you wait until you crash? Write down your answers. These are not soft questions, they're executive energy management questions. Now that you understand the cost of decision fatigue, we're going to show you how to reduce cognitive load in the real world without slowing down or lowering your standards. You'll learn how to make space for strategic thought without losing speed. I'll see you in lesson 4.2.